That's one way to get blown.
Hey everybody, and welcome back to more Duke Nukem, Land of the Babes. I'm still Negaroth, and we are blown, I suppose. But no, we are in Silverback Stronghold. We're in the somewhat belly of the beast, to make a really awful pun. And what you saw there was the first example of a cloaked enemy. That nearby thing that we blew up was actually a stealth generator, and while that's still going, you're actually unable to kill any nearby enemies that are under these stealth effects. So you want to make sure to override the auto aim and go ahead and blow that up, because otherwise your shots are not going to do anything. But we also just picked up the stealth generator, which has very limited uses, but SOS.
Duke, what's your status?
Looks like these apes have some sort of cloaking device that makes them hard to see. There's some generator that maintains the cloaking field, but once it's destroyed, the hairy bastards become visible.
Yes, Duke. Silverback has been using the cloaking devices to sneak his elite troopers into our base and kidnap resistance members. If you encountered them, then you must be getting close to Silverback.
Well, it's time for some payback. I've acquired one of their cloaking weapons.
Great news, Duke. You can use your new toy to cloak any resistance members you run across, and they can escape and rejoin us.
Hey, saving babes is my job, and it's open season on these ape holes.
Ape holes indeed, but yeah, it's not so much a weapon as it only has one real use, but we'll be seeing more of that later on in the level. For right now, though, it's a good opportunity to get shot off ladders, which is fun, to say the least, but, you know, second time's a charm. The albino apes especially can be a bit of an annoyance. Thankfully, they're not put over lava traps, which, yes, there's going to be lava, and it's pretty much going to do the same thing it did in Time to Kill, only a tad bit worse, because it does it a bit faster. And I decided to show off a bit of the other weapons, such as the mini Gatling gun. The main difference seems to be that it has a smaller clip, but it seems to fire a combined 3 shots at once, so relatively it will kill things a bit quicker, but considering that you already have pretty much the same weapon in the larger Gatling gun, it doesn't really make sense why it's even there. But yeah, we'll be seeing that rather awkward statue in just a second. First though, if you see the bright yellow color, that's indicative of the lava beneath us, so you have to be very careful while making your way over here. Even though this is kind of an optional area, it should be a secret in all honesty, but it's actually not. But it's I don't even want to say it's a shortcut. It's really just the only way to get to the quest item, which in turn is not... Whoa. Yeah, they kind of model those to only really be good looking from one angle, and even then it's a really horrible rip-off of Star Wars. So, good job 3D Realms, I guess. But yeah, this pretty much is the only way you're going to get to the quest item, and quest item's not even a secret on this particular level, so maybe if you're hurting for health, I guess. I mean, health that immediately goes away, sure. There is a few bits of ammunition in here, but it's mostly handgun ammo, which at this point, you've got about 15 other weapons that are much stronger, so there's really no reason to even use the handgun, especially in situations like this, where you're going to be juggled, basically, by different knockback weapons, so it's best to take them out as quickly as possible, or in the case of the energy weapon, basically just stun them to death. So you have a lot better options than the handgun. And it's always fun to look at lasers you turn off, so let's not even worry about looking at those. They're somewhere important, and we will get to them later. For right now, though, we have some much more convenient panel to laser placement. so we can go in these adjacent rooms here. The basic makeup of enemies on this level are going to be the albino monkeys and the grenade launcher monkeys. The grenade launcher monkeys especially can be pretty annoying because outside of taking them out before they see you, there's really no safe way to take them out when they have the high ground. And up here is going to be our first secret by taking out these support structures to something. We're actually able to find a hole in the ceiling, and by jumping up here on this alien piece of technology, we are able to jump onto this ladder, which is actually one of the lasers that we turned off in the previous room. You actually don't even need to turn off the lasers per se if you have the jetpack available, but you know, it's always good to save a little bit of jetpack because you never know when you're going to have to make some awful dickish jumps across lava, and it's just easier to jetpack over them. But considering that we have plenty of jetpack to go around, let's go ahead and use it. Still haven't found much of a use for the freezer in this particular game, but that's okay. So this particular hallway may seem familiar, which is why I'm speeding it up, because long, empty hallways are the cornerstone of any good game. And it brings us back into this central room right here. We'll go ahead and open up this area over here. Actually, one of the things we picked up in the previous area
those things are making me dizzy.
was a key card, or a cube. I think it was the blue cube. And in this room, I think this is the red cube. Also, there's some centrifuges. I want to say it has like gyro in the name, but I'm trying to remember what those things are actually called. Basically, though, we want to turn them off and then use our new stealth generator to get these poor half-naked ladies out of danger. Yeah, initially I wanted to say that their outfits may have been reminiscent of the Mila Jovovich's outfit from Fifth Element, but looking at it a bit closer, it just seems to be underwear, or a bikini more or less. But after I remember what buttons do, I'm able to show off the stealth generator. You can have one continuous line to pick up multiple babes, and then they are immediately teleported out of danger.
Babes is my business.
You may be asking why not? Why doesn't just Duke shoot it on himself and make himself invisible? Because I guess it immediately teleports afterwards. I guess I don't even know how he would set in the coordinates in the first place, but that's neither here nor there because we've saved the babes, and I think that's all the babes on the level. It's mostly just a tutorial to get you used to it. You want to make sure never to use it on the enemy, though, because it will actually make the enemies invulnerable forever, I think. You actually won't be able to kill the enemies that you turn